Bourbonbarkeep. Curtis?
Noah, great to be here as always, man. That one was, a little fuzz back here. That one was a little harder than I intended, but how you guys doing?
We did it.
Good to be back. We did find it. You found
did
it. You found it. I cannot take any of this credit.
We did it.
I cannot take any of this credit. The Russell's 15. Curtis was able to pull some strings and track this down, and very excited to be able to bask in all of its glory this evening.
Yeah. All right. So last to YouTube, but we did it.
Yeah, it's something that when you find, you have to, taste it and put it on our channel.
Yeah.
You can't not. So that's what we're doing this evening. This is really more for us than for you, so sorry about that.
I mean, if we were like a month behind, it'd be more for you.
Yeah.
We're not. We're
Like 3 months behind.
here we are.
Yeah.
But it still tastes the same.
Sure.
So I'm excited. So going through some of the specs. So not a ton of stuff to dive into when it comes to the Russell's 15. This is their typical, same as the Russell's 13, 75, 13 rye, 12% malted barley.
Okay.
This is a non-chill filtered, but also not barrel proof at 117.2. So I'm kind of curious what it came out of the barrel at. I think it went into the barrel at 115. All right, so without further ado,
Yeah.
there's nothing else, right?
No.
I mean, this is one of the oldest wild turkey products in quite some time.
If this is your first time here and you can tolerate the content, the humor that is more really a lack thereof, then please like and subscribe down below. If this is not your first time, welcome back to Russell's 15, man. And to you guys for being here and just basically being here for us at this point.
Yeah,
This isn't really for the bourbon review, this is just for us.
it does feel actually nice when you swing it like that. Yeah. I feel so much happier inside.
Too.
All right.
Holy hell.
All right. She likes it. This is one of the most beautiful colors in the world.
Yeah, it's a dark mahogany almost.
Come on. That's not.
That's dumb.
Okay.
It's very, oaked, which is what you'd probably expect.
Yep.
At 15, there's a lot of oak coming out. There's also a lot of, not necessarily tobacco, but just like cigar.
Oh, it's like a humidor.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Here we are. We get better. I do try and come in slightly jaded because I'm like, there's just no way. I'm going to prove someone wrong. And at least the first nose, I may not be able to
This
do
is a
that.
good start. Yeah, it's a very good start.
Yeah, it's molasses,
Yep.
molasses, blackberry.
Ooh, blackberry. Like a blackberry jam.
I feel like I am actually in a American oak barrel, just stomping around in the blackberries. Like
It's
that.
lighting my nostril hairs on fire, but it doesn't smell like ethanol. Like it's one of those to where it's just extremely high quality.
I actually get that same sensation. I was just assuming my nose hairs were twerking in my nose.
So that's what it is, huh? All right, man.
Dear Father,
Very, very complex and rich.
please be good. I can't even make up a negative.
I mean, that tobacco flavor kind of continues for me. That's just that's unbelievable. That's so good.
Molasses continues, baking spice, deep, dark, sweet brown sugar, a black cherry. The cigar box does continue.
Yep.
The finish, I still taste every note on my tongue, and I don't understand how it does it.
Yeah, this is the best finish, I think, in my whiskey experience, which is relatively shallow, I will admit. That's probably the best finish I've ever had.
I am going to go for a sip too.
Okay.
I don't know if it's to see if anything new comes out or if it's just to experience what just happened.
Yeah, I get more, on second nosing, I get more of your cherry blackberry, that kind of dark, stewed fruit in there as well.
It's definitely stewed.
Yeah.
As much as I wanted the fresh blackberry analogy to kind of pan out, it does seem very stewed, and it does make it a little sweeter, but like a deep sweetness.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't even want to drink it. I just like want to shower in it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want it any lower proof. Like I think that viscosity.
Mm-hmm.
How does it just cling like
Yep.
that? That is unbelievable. But I also don't think I would want it more. I think that this like rich sweetness would start to be too hot and too overpowering if you started going into that 120, 125 range.
Mm-hmm. The 117 is an awesome sweet spot right there.
Yeah, I get the people that are like, it really is only 3 or 4 notes, and maybe not in this one. When you start getting into some of these bottles that are this price tier, they could fall flat.
Yeah.
But this one,
Doesn't.
not the case.
So,
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
well, I was going to say, so our probably 1 or 2 whiskey of the year, not including bang for the buck for us, was Russell's 13.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we enjoy doing on this channel, since we do bang for the buck, is what we found out was grammatically incorrect. Should you reach?
Yeah, it has been would you reach in the past, and like right before we hit record tonight, you brought this up and you're like, that sounds weird. And then should you reach is a much better question.
It is.
Yeah.
So I don't think we didn't even talk about SRP. So SRP 250. Your Russell's 13. What was that? SRP?
That was, MSRP was 150. I think I paid more than that, but I'm not going to get into how much I paid.
Details.
Yeah, that's not something I want to share.
So we're
yeah,
talking
150.
So we're talking $100 SRP more. We have allocated season right around the corner at this point. So when the people are showing up to some of these drops, is this worth $100 more is what we would like to put a spin on instead of just pure, hey, is Russell's 15 good?
Yeah.
Is it better than 13? We need to figure out, is it $100 better?
Be right back. Pooh! Like from the sky.
Manna from heaven.
That's right. So Russell's 13. Damn it. Sorry. Russell's 13. As you said, we want to see. We know this is good. We want to see if it's that much better than the 13, which may be slightly more available. Probably not.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah,
But I get it.
If you do have the opportunity to get one of the two, is it worth the extra $100? And that's our test.
Yeah.
So, to you.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen drops to where you're walking by, you got table after table, and you're like, hey, I can only pick one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, $100 is a lot when it comes to whiskey.
Sure.
I love it.
This is one of my favorite noses, just because, I mean, it's just very, very strong, like raspberry cheesecake. There's a richness to this raspberry that makes me go like cheesecake or like even like a raspberry Greek yogurt almost.
Yeah, I'm with you. This like raspberry vanilla custard really comes out.
That's just like in general, that flavor, like raspberry cheesecakes. Like if I'm gonna get a slice of cheesecake, that's probably what I'm getting.
Yeah, I even get kind of that brown sugary graham cracker as well. Like it just kind of takes you down that entire path.
Yeah.
The color, I mean, what 2 years does to a whiskey in a barrel is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, I'll twist this sideways for you so you can see the change in color, but the 15 is much darker.
Man.
And that's so damn good too. It's just a little lighter.
A little lighter. There is a touch more ethanol that comes out after having it, after the Russell's 15.
I never would have picked it up by itself.
No, but that does tell you
There is a little bit of a teardrop.
there's better.
Yeah, not teardrop as in sad face, but
Yeah, you
like
didn't kill anybody.
a level down
Yeah.
teardrop.
Yeah, it is great. I was probably at Fantastic after trying the 15, but dear father, like there's a teardrop. I don't know if I mean, $100, that's a substantial price jump.
It is, and the teardrop, I don't know if it's $100 type of teardrop. This almost proves to me more that like I would go up to 200 for the Russell's 13. I mean, they're both just fantastic.
They're both fantastic. I think taking your wallet aside, it also depends on what type of collection that you already have, I think is part of the problem, to where, like, everybody sees what we have over here to where I'd probably reach.
Yeah.
Like
I'd probably reach as well, just because.
There's a smoothness and a depth that I've never tasted before. Not that I've had a lot that tastes like Russell's 13, but I'm going to go into this, the complexity and the dark fruit. I'm just going to pay for that.
Yeah. As far as the should you reach question for me, I think I'm reaching as well. This is probably the best whiskey I've ever had until about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And this is, it's not insignificant of a jump forward, a jump up. And if you don't have this yet, it's certainly worth buying and trying and having that in your collection. So I'm going to go, yes, you should reach.
So, senses.
Yeah.
We do two scoring systems. If you're new here, we do senses to where what's the experience. And my experience was pretty sensual.
Yeah.
Got to be honest with you.
Sensual, wow.
Sensual.
Take a step to the left here.
Happy I wore
that thing down.
my heavy jeans, if you know what I mean. Then we do bang for the buck to where at SRP, does it punch above it? Does it punch below it?
It's gonna be a tough one with bang for the buck because it's as far as what I would pay for a bourbon, this is completely top of the line there. So, but we'll start with senses. I'll start if you don't mind.
Oh, I was hoping you would.
I've touched this category one time, just barely. What was that? The Little Book Chapter 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go above the Little Book Chapter 8 this time around. I'm going 94. I'm gonna leave a little bit of room to get past the Russell's 15.
Woo.
But you have really very little chance to beat that with that score. So.
Yeah. I'm extremely close to that as well. I'm going 92.
Yep.
That is Nectar of the Gods. And if that wasn't Nectar of the Gods, we might as well cancel.
That's what I mean. Yeah. At some point, we have to put these bourbons that just blow our socks off. These whiskeys. It could be a ride too.
And it should be that rare, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
2 times in a year and a half.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bang for the buck. So MSRP is $250. Bang for the buck. Would you pay above that?
No.
Would you back it up?
At SRP?
Yeah, at $250.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and at that point, your tax is like an extra $25. So you're like talking about we're walking out of the store at $275. I'm not paying including tax over $300. So if you're going to list this at $270 and I'm still under $300 after tax, I'm okay with that. I'm probably backing it up too. Like that's a bottle I want 10 years from now. If I never find it again, I want it 10 years from now.
Understandable.
So I'm gonna go 65.
Okay. We flip-flop from previous episodes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 62, and
Okay.
here's why. Is any bottle worth $300? No.
It's about as close as it gets right there.
But did I get my money's worth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, if you want to think about it this way too, not to cut you off,
Please.
I just had something pop in. If you pour an ounce of this, what is it, 22 ounces in 750 milliliters, something like that. Let's go round number 20, okay?
Okay.
So that implies at a $300 bottle, it's $15 an ounce.
Okay.
Are you paying, on a special occasion, $15 for an ounce of that? And I would say yeah.
I absolutely would.
Yeah.
The problem is, the chunks of money is where people are going to kind of not balk at. If you see it, it's a unicorn. You're probably going to snag it. But ultimately, $300 for a bottle, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, this is a little excessive. But if I were to pay that much money, did I get my money's worth? This is what I would want a $250 bottle to taste like.
Yeah.
That's what I would want.
Agree.
So I can't dock it. I would pay above, but I'm with you. Like I'm below 300. And if I didn't get a chance to buy it, am I going up to 400? I would not say that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Sooner or later, it's just a decoration.
That's what makes me feel better is if you kind of just break it down into, it's a very special occasion, pour, like you're pouring that on Christmas, you're pouring that on your birthday.
Yeah.
Am I paying 15, even $20 for an ounce of that on a really special occasion? Of course I am.
Yes.
So there you have it. Should you reach? Our opinion is yes. It's just so awesome. And it even beats a very, very awesome bottle in not a landslide, but it's not that close either.
I don't think I could say it any better.
Yeah.
So,
See y'all.
cheers.